Welcome to Golden Eagle Spotlight on GoMarquette.com. I'm Jen Armstrong-Dyer. We're here with senior shot putter Rachel Thiel. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. How are you?
Good. How has your summer been?
It's been pretty good. A lot of training and taking a summer class to kind of ease my schedule during the school year with season and stuff. And I don't know, been able to kind of hang out and enjoy the Milwaukee not quite summer weather so far.
Exactly. Last season you suffered a knee injury. Talk about what that process has been like with your sports medicine staff and your rehab in coming back.
It's been, well, on and off last season, it was a lot of a struggle. Right now it's not bothering me, not a factor, and I have, the strength and conditioning staff and the athletic training staff to thank for that, because they've just been incredible with making sure that, day after my surgery, I was back in there starting to work on getting my balance and muscle strength back.
Good. Now, you did return in time to qualify for the Big East Outdoor Championships last year. Talk about that process.
That was an interesting process. If you saw the coach's face after all of my throws, you'd be like, wow, they look like they're confused and they don't know what they're doing. Because the knee injury, we did a great job rehabbing it, but by the time that season came around, it wasn't enough. It had thrown off my balance and timing a lot, so I was doing a lot of things I've never done in all the time that I've thrown. So it was a mental, emotional, and physical adventure trying to balance that and figure out how to get back to where I was.
Okay, now during your sophomore season, you qualified for the NCAA Regionals. How will that experience, along with watching your teammates have such great success last year, how will that help you in this season?
In this season, those past experiences come together as part of this is the level that we're capable of competing at. To have people like, Jesse Allen, who this year had an outstanding season as a fifth-year senior, and then someone like Aaron James and Jane Grabinski that have been to the regional before as senior leaders on the team, I think it strengthens us in our ability to show the younger girls that, it's not just qualifying for conference, not just qualifying for regionals, but the fact that we're capable of going to these meets and being competitive.
Track and field is kind of viewed as an individual sport. Talk about how it's a team sport and how that aspect of it.
The team aspect seems to come in more of our event groups, but we're really trying to work on having it integrated throughout the whole team, because to have a distance runner who doesn't compete for another 5 hours come to the throws area and their high-pitched voice, which is uncommon, mine's kind of low for throwers, and you're used to hearing the same voices at practice every day, so then to have someone that's not in your event group with a different voice, they're like, wait a minute, they're cheering for me, they're here supporting me. It's a great feeling, and we try to do that and as much as possible. Sometimes it does come very individual, though, where you're trying to prepare for your own event because you don't want to let the team down in that aspect, but it definitely comes full circle at the conference meets when we do have more time to cheer on our teammates, and each individual puts together a performance that helps the team overall. So it's like you get both sides of the coin, and it's kind of fun to come together at the conference meet for that.
Good. Now, most of your team is returning this year. What are the goals for the season?
As always, to go out there and have, a good meet at the conference meet, get as many people there as possible, and then get people to perform while we're there. And having a lot of returners makes us that much more comfortable competing against teams like Louisville and UConn, who go there. They bring so much energy to the meets, especially when we're indoors at the Armory. You can hear them on one end of the track all the way to the other side of the facility. So I think having that experience of knowing, okay, at this point in the race, this is when I need to attack. At this throw, this is when I really need to be my best. It brings a lot of flavor, not flavor, but it's exciting to say because we have that experience. We've been there before, and so now we can put it all together. We've, between the senior leaders on the team, pretty much experienced every type of injury, pain, fighting through fatigue, having huge exams the next day, so we know how to deal with it, and that's going to make us that much stronger.
Good. Now, you're a biology major. What are your plans for after graduation?
After graduation, I was a direct admit to the PT program, so actually going to be starting PT classes in the fall, part of taking classes early this summer to make that not so challenging. So I'll be at PT school at Marquette for the next 3 years, and hopefully then start a practice in that.
Great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Golden Eagle Spotlight on GoMarquette.com.